You better not duck me, son. You better not duck me, son.
There's a saying, what goes around comes around. I think karma just came back around for Keith one time, Thurman. This is karma for Keith. Keith Thurman, we haven't seen Keith Thurman in action since July of 2019. It's been over a year since we've seen Keith Thurman in action. Once again, at one time, he was called Keith One Time Thurman. Then it went from one time to sometime to run time. Where are you at, Keith Thurman? Do you still got it? And throughout this time, people questioned Keith Thurman's hunger. You had media guys questioning his hunger.
Keith, how do you know you're still the same guy?
You're still hungry. Wait, baby, I'm hungry. You know what I mean? Hungry for the top, though. Man, look. See, first off, all that is foolishness. I'm a world-class fighter. I want my whole life to be here. I want my whole life to see you, to see you, to see you.
Fans question his hunger. Where you at, Keith? You calling out Terrence Bud Crawford, a guy that you was totally dismissive of. You said that you will be his marketing team or his management team or matchmaker, right? You said you'll be his matchmaker, fight Amir Khan or somebody. You know, before that, beat Jeff Horn. Then after he beat Jeff Horn, Jeff Horn wasn't a real welterweight. Nobody wants the WB Nobel. I'm not interested. Remember that? Did the same thing with Errol Spence Jr. Now, of course, early on, Errol Spence was just a 15-0 prospect, but he was on a fast track. A lot of momentum from Dallas, Texas. Huge following. He was coming, and you saw him coming, and you start running. You wanted no part of Errol Spence Jr. Even when Errol became a champion, you disappeared. The injuries start piling up. Which leads me to believe that Keith Thurman may be passing his prime. He may not be that same young, hungry, you better not duck me, son, Keith Thurman. On the outside, he is.
Because I wake up as Keith Thurman every day, baby, you know?
He gives us the energy that he is.
All that hype. But I just love the scrap, baby.
And I love Keith Thurman's energy. I miss it. I miss it in the welterweight division. His energy, the way he rocks the mic, I love it. He speaks like a fighter. But at one point, he wasn't behaving like one. Boxing fans turned against Keith One Time Thurman. Destroyed Keith One Time Thurman from not fighting Errol Spence Jr. It's a domino effect from what Floyd Mayweather has done. And I blame all this stuff that's going on in boxing on Floyd Mayweather. He changed boxing for better or worse. For better or worse. It's a domino effect. Keith Thurman was supposed to be the guy that's fighting Floyd. Floyd chose not to fight Keith. You know, Keith Thurman, now he got the leverage. He's on top. Now he don't want to fight this guy. He want to pick and choose who he wants. So it's going to be a domino effect. Now Errol Spence is doing it. Keith Thurman lost all momentum. He fought Manny Pacquiao, right? Let's get back to that. We missed out on the part. He fought Manny Pacquiao. That was his goal. He didn't want to fight Bud. He didn't want to fight Spence. He might have fought Porter, but he really wanted Pacquiao. And that's what he went after. But he lost. He lost against the old man, the part-time fighter, the Superman of the Philippines, Manny Pacquiao, the Senator, Manny Pacquiao. He lost. He wasn't supposed to lose that fight. And by him losing that fight, he lost all leverage that he had. And he didn't have too much because Keith Thurman prior to that had been pretty inconsistently inactive. He's been inconsistent and inactive. He's been getting hurt in fights. He's been showing a lot of vulnerabilities. He's still tough, still got a lot of heart, still got a lot of dog. But people question Keith Thurman's hunger. The long hiatus is from boxing. We haven't seen this guy since July last year when Manny Pacquiao fight. Are you an old man, Keith? One will understand that Pacquiao taking long breaks. He's an older fighter. Got a lot of other things going on. But for you, Keith, to be a younger fighter that's supposed to be in his prime, in a welterweight division where we got so many great fighters, where you at? We see you talking about your weight management all the time, and weighting. You be in your gym, but who are you fighting? All your rivals fought this year. Everybody. Sean Porter had a layup and Formella. Bud fought Brooke. Danny and Spence mixed it up. Where does this leave you, Keith? Where are you at? Are you still Keith one-time Thurman? That's the big question. You didn't fight at all this year. Are you still the same fighter? One would question, is Keith Thurman even the same fighter? He's doing a lot of cloud chasing on Terrence Crawford's name, and that's the popular thing to do right now. He knows not to go anywhere near Spence. His fan base is too vicious. No matter what you do with Spence, it's not going to work. So he is the easier target is Terrence Crawford. 10 million? For what? From where? From who? Why? 10 million? Why you starting so high? Where they gonna get 10 million from to get to you, dude? What do you have to bring to the table other than a loss to Pacquiao to the table? What do you got to bring? Nothing. But despite all that, I definitely want to see the fight. Let's not get it twisted. I definitely think it should happen. I definitely want to see the fight. But where is Keith Thurman at? Is he the same fighter? I think Keith Thurman just pump faking. I think he's just trying to let everybody know that he's still here. Hey, I'm still here. Don't forget about me. That's all it is. Let's be honest, people. You think that Keith Thurman really, after this such a long layoff, and he's known for a guy that's like to take his tune-ups, like to have a get-back fight, you think he's really, really ready to hop in the ring with a guy like Terrence Crawford? A guy with a lot of momentum? A guy that has a lot of built-up animosity from getting all the slander and all the stuff that's been going on with him? You think he's really ready to get in the ring with a guy like that? Who's always in shape? Highly skilled, a lot to deal with. Nobody really figured him out yet. You think Keith Thurman really serious about fighting Bud? To be honest with you guys, I don't think Keith Thurman could beat any of those dudes right now. He might could beat Danny. Still be a tough fight. But I think Sean will beat him now. I think Errol Spence will beat him. And I think Bud will beat him. Why? Because we haven't seen him. And when we have seen him, he hasn't looked too good. Keith Thurman hasn't looked too good in a long time. He might be losing his prime. Lost his hunger, got married, was in Nepal, street boxing with the locals. But he still has that mentality of a fighter. He's still trying to let people know that he's still here. Keith Thurman is on get back mode once again. Like, subscribe, holla at your boy. Peace out.